Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Today I'm going to be taking a look at some meme coins that are moving. Meme coins, lower caps that I have discussed previously going up in price. I think I'm going to do a video later today discussing a brand new coin that I found that could be intriguing. But in this one, these are all coins that I've already talked about. We do have 4chan, which is a coin that I love that I think is so undervalued. It is starting to show signs of waking up from its dormant slumber. You can take a look at its market cap going from around 1.7 million in the span of 3 or 4 days all the way to around 3 million in total. This is the coin that has the ridiculous supply. If you don't know the backstory to this, it was released back in early summer of 2023, so it's been around for 2 years. It has not experienced a true blow-off top alt season, and it does have an all-time high of around 27 million. But I think when this coin hits, it's really going to hit. It is the epicenter of all the memes, all of the great memes. Pepe, SPX 6900, Wojak, so many coins that have sustained multi-billion-dollar market caps were made on 4chan. It's the epicenter, and they do have a very small, tight community. The Telegram, they've been grinding forever, and the coin is finally starting to move up at least a little bit. I mean, let's be honest. You take a look at even the three-month timeline here. Even in the 3-month timeline, it's up around almost a 2x. So, certainly with a coin with this low market cap, you want it to start really booming, and I think it will. You're going to start seeing these coins. I mean, this coin, it's an established coin. It's gone through many different ruts. It's been battle tested. The community is still there. I just think it's going to do very, very well eventually at some point. And I know they have bought a recent what did they buy, like a 10 ad thing or whatever, when you get ads on Dex Screener, $10 boost or whatever. I guess no, it's like a 10 boost. I think it costs like $50, but so they bought that. That's an interesting one to look at. Another one that I have discussed before, this is based SPX 6900, so it is the based variant of SPX 6900. Right now it has gone, after having some pretty negative price action for a while there, it's gone back above 700K. You take a look at it in the last month, it's up around a 2x. It's gone from around 350K to 700K. And this is a coin that has an all-time high of around $2.5 million. SPX 6900, people think, could potentially go to maybe 40 or 50 billion dollars. Imagine, we know based Fartcoin has done very, very well. Based Fartcoin is valued a lot higher than based SPX 6900. Based Pepe is valued a lot higher as well. Could based SPX 6900, which does have a community, they do have a good CTO team, they are working on this project, they've got a solid Telegram, they're putting out artwork. This is an interesting play, and it's an interesting one to look at, even after having such negative price action there for a bit. This recently got added to CoinGecko, so if you want to see the full price history of it, you got to go to the Dex Screener, and so you just go to, it's actually based SPX 6900, and you can see they bought a little $10 or a 10 boost thing there. I don't even know what the termage of it is. It's a lightning boost 10 for 10 credit or whatever. I don't know. This coin did wick up at around 4 million, a massive accumulation window, and it's starting to break out of its little slumber there. As you can see, it did kind of break out to around 1.2, 1.3 million from a large accumulation area of around 150, 160K, which lasted for months, which we saw with many different meme coins. You can see they've got the nice trading bot going on to bolster the overall volume and the overall transactions on the base ecosystem, the layer 2 to Ethereum. It's not too surprising. That's what a lot of teams do. So based SPX 6900 is an interesting one to look at 700K. And then you've also got one that I've talked about now for 3 straight days, just because it's seen some pretty crazy price action. It's the retirement token. And this is a very interesting thing that's happened. It's got a very odd chart. Like, when do you see a coin? This is the thing with this coin. I had talked about it when it was around 60K, 70K. I was like, there's an interesting narrative play, because this you can factor this into the whole idea of being the 401k variant of the stock to meme coins, because it has the numbers. It's got the 420, just like NASDAQ 420. It's got the 69, just like the SPX 6900, and it's got the K, just like a 401k. And the coin was starting to wake up a little bit. It was slumbering around a accumulation zone of like 40 to 60K for 3 or 4 months. And that's what most of these pump fund coins do when they die out. They slumber around after going to 2 or 3 million, which is what this coin did. But it was starting to wake up, and I did a video on it. And then it was announced that Trump was going to open these crypto 401ks. So it artificially boomed the coin because of the news. There was a massive pump, there was a massive dump. That's what this is. This market cap was around, it topped out at around 2.2, 2.3 million. Then it dumped all the way back down to 300K. So I was thinking, well, this is not good. It's an irregular looking, pump and dump thing. It's not going to be good. But the coin is now gaining serious traction. Now we'll see if this is something that's sustainable. But the coin, I mean, even if you take a look at the last week, it's gone from around 60K. I mean, the last 7 days, the coin has got, like, if you take a look at the price last 7 days, that's a 16x in the last 7 days. Even with that fake pump or whatever you want to call it, it was already starting to trend up. It was already trading up. And then it had this pump, and then I talked about it yesterday, and it was at 360K, and I was like, we'll see what happens. And now it's at 1 million. Now, look, I don't know. It's Solana. You got to be careful. Like, entering this coin, I would be deathly afraid of entering this coin. However, if you have this coin, I would say hang tight. I mean, it depends how much you own of it. But this could be a massive runner. But again, if you're entering this coin, it's very, very hard to enter it. It's already up 16x, and it's a Solana meme coin. I know they just got a lot of new artwork on their Telegram. They're trying to bolster it. They need mods around the clock to really upgrade the experience there, and we'll see if they're able to do it. But it's another one. It's an interesting play, and we'll see if it ends up doing well. But that's another one there to look at that's recently gone up. And then you've also got DXY. Now, DXY is one of the key ones that, I like a lot. This coin, I guess coincidentally, the last 24 hours, it's down 8%. But overall, you take a look at the last 7 days. I mean, this coin, it's done a 2x. It's at 2.2 million. This is a high. It's really its high since October, since it came onto CoinGecko initially, and it boomed up to 7 or 8 million. This is its high since basically a year ago, or almost a year ago, about 10 months ago. So this US Degen Index, they're trying to flip the dollar. They're trying to go to 1 billion. They are starting to get more and more support. We're seeing more normies. Well, I wouldn't say normies yet, but we're starting to see more people get involved in terms of this idea of flipping the dollar with the DXY. It's a movement that's achievable, that people look at the market cap and they say 2.2 million. That could be in 1,000x, or it could at least be 500x. If we really want to flip the dollar, this is an interesting, intriguing option, the DXY. And it's got the golden ticker, just like the US dollar. And this coin has really, I mean, it's impressive. And even recently, the boom, I mean, it's been able to, this is higher highs and higher lows, and it's sustaining higher price action. And so US Degen Index is another one to look at that has done very well in the past few weeks. Would you say gain an entry right now? Well, it's tough to gain entries on coins that are already up. I was talking about this coin, a while ago when it was, I think when it was under 1 million. But, it's just one of those things to where I think the coin is going to do very well. And they have a small Telegram. I really think they're going to build their Telegram up, though. They had a previous Telegram, and then they had, like, I remember the previous one had like 1,100 members, and then they got this new one and it's got less, but they're trying to build it up. I think that it's a new CTO team, or I shouldn't say it's a new CTO team. This new team has been with the project for a while, but you do have that. They had to get a new Telegram for some reason. And then you have, it's Bao Cheng, which is a coin. See, I never spell it right. It's the I first. You've got Bao Cheng, which this one, admittedly, I don't own. I used to own this, and I lost a lot of money on this. Boy, look at this bot trading. I used to own this coin. But the thing with this coin, it has to be CTO'd by a team. Originally, the team that was involved with this project spent a ton of money on it. They advertised on billboards. This is the Ethereum Bao Cheng. Bao Cheng, it's the #1 meme in China. The Ethereum one should be a massive hoss. But the problem is China, they're probably not going to legalize crypto, and so that's an issue for the bull run. But because there was supposedly this narrative. But the thought is that if there's a CTO, I mean, this is a huge accumulation period, and this coin, I think, went under 100K. Yeah, so this coin has had a lot more positive price action in the last 3 months. You look at it and what it's done. It's done virtually a 3.5x. I don't think they have a team. Now, the Telegram is built up to about like 6,000 or 7,000 members, but they don't have a team with this project, or the team is like all just, it's not good. And so the question is, well, can they build it up? Is it worth investing into? I don't know. I mean, listen, if I had spare money, and maybe I just had a great trade, maybe I'd be interested in it. And then the other one that I want to talk about before I forget about it, it is the Ethereum Fartcoin. So I probably own, where is this one? Here it is. I probably own about 0.5% of the supply, so not even 1% of the supply of this coin. I used to own more and then I sold it, and now look at it, it's up 49% in the last I think 24 hours. You have to be, this coin is very strange. There is a random whale that has bought up about 45% of the supply of this coin that the team does not know who it is. Now, the thing is the whale is down. I think they're still down so much. Are they going to dump all the money? If they dump all of it, obviously, the problem with it is nobody's really buying this coin because of the situation with the wallets. If a random whale owns 45% of the supply, hopefully the idea is, well, he's going to split it all into many different wallets, and then he'll invest into advertisements within this coin. But the coin is finally starting to move. It was really going through this lower accumulation phase. It had launched and it went to around 1.7 million. And it started going through this accumulation phase on like July 4th. And it's been doing it the past 2.5, 3 weeks. And now it's starting to wake up. But the problem with this coin is you just don't know. Like if you're in this project, you kind of just have to stay in because maybe there's a chance that this whale will, I mean, if you invest $50,000 and buy 45% of the supply of this coin, what is the purpose of doing that? Other than maybe you're a whale in the Fartcoin on Solana and you don't want there to be a big one on Ethereum. But I don't know. I don't know the justification for losing that much money and drowning that much money into it other than for destroying the project or maybe splitting it up into different wallets and investing into heavy advertisements and maybe he knows people. It's a weird thing with this Fartcoin. And you got to wonder, I mean, does he still own? Let me look this up just really quickly to see it would help if I could spell. Let me look this up really quickly. The Fartcoin. See, look at this. The base Fartcoin's at basically 44 million. Do they not? Where is it? Maybe it's just if I just do fart. 245k holders. 66% of the supply. Current value 113k, dude. Imagine this dude dumps. What would the market cap be if this dude dumps his entire... Well, he'd lose so much money if he did that. It's so strange. Like, look at the accumulation window, and now it's starting to pick back up. I see the vision, I do. Look at that. It's 46% of the supply. Who does that? The project is screwed. Nobody's going to invest into it. But people think he's going to do something with the project, and he knows people. I don't know. It's a weird situation. But either way, guys, those are just some interesting coins to look at that are booming. Or I guess I wouldn't say even booming, but they're starting to go up a little bit. But make sure you like the video down below. That's going to do it for this one.